Welcome back, Mr. Witness. You may kindly take your seat. Mr. Witness, as a matter of routine, I want to remind you that you are still on the oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed. Madam Chair, over to you.
Good afternoon. Welcome back. Thank you. As we may proceed.
Thank you very much.
This issue of the lawyers. Um, did you at any point in time for the purposes of making sure that there is duty of confidentiality, that is one. The consideration for the corporate and legal risks. Did you have any disclosure policy
At the
in place?
disclosure policy at
Ye-
the council,
Yes.
like a NDA.
Yeah, disclosure policy. That is to say, you understand, general, so that relationships. People will have to disclose their relationships. You have explained in your evidence that you don't believe that there is any issue with respect to people that are very close working together, if I may get your evidence,
Yes.
right? So my question is, did you have any disclosure policy? Because you said you did not know that she was related to Mr. Sengo. Did she disclose this fact to you? Because I believe that she was in the council before you got Mr. Sengo on board.
I did not consult her on the appointment of Mr. Senko. She's not in the council. She has her own law firm.
No. What I mean is she was retained.
Yes.
You understand? When Bensouda and Co left
Yes.
the council
Mhm.
as their legal advisors.
Yes.
So I believe that she was giving legal advice
Yeah.
before you did set up the
KMT.
KMT and KMN.
Yes.
Did she disclose that she was related to Mr. Senghor to you
You mean after Senghor was appointed?
before he was appointed?
No, I did not consult her the appointment.
After he was appointed, did she disclose to you?
I believe that's when one of them told me that they're related.
Who told you?
I'm not sure, but one of them did.
But do you think it was her responsibility to disclose to you?
After the fact, I guess he could disclose to me, but I'm not sure whether it was him or her.
All right.
Yes.
Find out and let us know.
Okay.
Because she has a duty to disclose to you. You understand?
Okay.
These facts.
Okay.
All right. Council, you may proceed.
Yes, thank you very much. Can we have the documents that?
Yes. Yesterday, the chairperson asked me to get her clearer documents. I believe one of the documents was difficult to see, so I got an enlargement. I think this was the expenses related to the KETP project on the audit. And the budget relating to some activities. On the FID grant, she wanted the project description. Yes, that's the FID grant. On the feasibility study, she wanted the findings and the application item. Yes, this is the application. Those are the documents.
We apply the following documents. The one we have, the expenditure verification of the project, the one you provided earlier, is it not the same one with this one? No?
Yes, but it was not clear. The
Oh, okay.
the back was small.
Yes, that's true. Is it possible to have a soft copy?
This was sent to me via WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Somebody has WhatsApp.
Okay, we will try to see whether you can liaise with the registrar, because it is clearer to me than the earlier one. But still, there are parts of the document that you cannot read. It's not legible enough. But let me just apply to have it admitted. The Carnegie Municipal Council expenditure verification of the project as a KETP from January 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2022 to replace the earlier copy. The content, English, I believe that is the breakdown of the expenses, the enlargement you have. I see, but I'm trying to read, pronounce the words in French. I can't be able to do that. But it's dated the 26th of August 2019. And is this all the expenditure statement for
Yes, from the auditor's report.
auditor's report? We also have the description of activities of the retrocession beneficiary. That is a project description of the FID grant, correct?
Yes, fit.
The ungranted agreement as well is not the same copy, or is also not legible as well.
The,
We have, I believe you have this one, the ungranted agreement.
okay.
Yes. Out of caution, I'll just have, I'll make an application to have it admitted and we'll compare the two. We also equally apply to have this document admitted. That is the financing of the Fund for Innovation in Development. There's an ungranted agreement between University of Essex and KMC. I recall reading this yesterday. Then we also have the Midwest. Is it GO or GO? GO group?
I think they call it the Go group.
The GO group. Okay. There is 27th of September 2019. Addressed to the Mayor, Talib Bensuda of Canada Municipality. Respect to the Gambia Solid Waste Management. Chair, we also need to compare this one. It appears as if we have it as well. The application form for the multi-annual project, the Bengo project. These documents to be admitted to evidence and marked as exhibit.
Mayor Bensouda, um, do you have a copy of the original audit report?
Of the audit report?
Yes, the original
I
copy.
have the soft copy. I printed the soft copy.
But you don't have, you have the original soft copy of the audit report.
On my telephone.
Yes, so kindly liaise with the registrar to have that put in a
I can forward to you.
pen drive or flash drive so that we can have it because some of this, like the last page, which is annex to 3.2, is very, very faint. You cannot even read it. So if we have the soft copy, we will be able to clearly see this part of the document. Council, do we because it's not clear. Do we still admit it? Because it wouldn't make any sense for us to admit this document because we will not be able to use it.
I agree entirely. I will
Yes.
suggest that we
We
have
get
soft
soft
copy.
copy. Yeah. Yes. So we will return this one to you. Uh, Mayor Bensouda, I believe the feasibility study recommendations and request for proposal, which is dated the 27th of September 2019, the copy we admitted yesterday is very clear. And is it what we asked for was the attachments to this document?
The feasibility study.
Yes, this one. What we asked for is the attachment to this document. But the study itself is very clear based on what I perused yesterday.
The Go, is this the Go group?
Yes, this is the Midwest Go Group. So what we requested for, if I could recall, is the attachments. It does have attachments because in the document it indicated that the study has attachments. For instance, for example, the request for proposal documents and the background information, etc., etc.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll ask the director.
Yes. So please let us have that, and then we would admit those documents.
On this one, sorry, Chair.
Yes.
The last page
Yes.
is clear. I think it's just very tiny.
Yes, it's very tiny. We can't read it, whereas we have glasses on. It's very, very tiny. Can you read?
I can read it.
You can read it.
But I have this one to read.
Well, I have a challenge, and the lead counsel also have challenge in reading it because the writings are very tiny.
I'll send this, of course.
Yes, so send us the soft copy of the original audit report. And this one. The Mayor Bensouda, the on granting agreement between KMC and University of Essex. The this document is we have already admitted this document. And what we were requesting for instance, is the Schedule 3 for the financial agreement. Schedule 3 for the financial agreement, which is not part of the document. And also the annexures for this agreement. Because the annexures will give us an idea of how many schedules were contained in the document.
Okay.
Right? And it's not here.
I'll ask the project manager.
Yes. And the FID project description.
Yes.
What we have is based on what you have submitted. It starts from page 15 and it ends at page 17. And the starting point for this is the project description. So we will need to have the complete document for this one.
So the University of Essex and FID is the same project?
Yes.
It's the same?
It's the same project?
Yes.
Yes, but this one is starting from page 15 and it's ending at page 17. So it's just giving us the project description. So we want the prior document, the prior 1 to 15 and 17 to the end.
The one that says FID?
Yes, the one that says project description with the heading is Schedule 1, description of the activities of the retrocession beneficiary. Because I believe that this is what will allow us to have an insight and to be able to appreciate how the co-beneficiary system has worked.
Okay.
And how they were able to manage the funds.
Right.
You understand? And how successful was it implemented. So we will be able to have a glean from that when we have the complete document.
So this is the project I was saying, it started in 2024. It's still ongoing.
It started in 2024.
Yes, it's still ongoing.
Oh, okay.
But
so it doesn't. When did this? That is the on-granting agreement.
The FID SX project started last year.
Last year,
and it's still ongoing. It expires in December.
It's not within our mandate, so we will leave that one. Please cancel that. What we need from this document. It's not within our mandate. The we will need you to give us part 1 of the content information on the project for the sustainable waste management.
The sustainable
waste management.
What is
the heading is the application form for multi-annual projects. Bingo. That is to say the promotion of developmentally important projects by private German. So this is the one you are executing in partnership with SOS.
Okay, the BMZ.
Yes. So this one also we will give it back to you.
What did you say you needed from that one?
The part 1.
Part 1.
Yes. We have this one, and it's what we have based on our records is clear because that was admitted.
I understand.
But it doesn't have everything. The MAZA, that is the European Union, the MAZA expenditure verification of the project, which covers the period January 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2022. This one we will need the table of transaction, which is provided in Excel form, and also the table of errors provided in Excel form.
Table transaction.
Yes, provided in as Excel file, and table of errors provided as Excel file. That is Annex 3.4 and Annex 3.3.
Annex 3.4 and
3.3 and 3.4. We have this one also. So we return this one, the one for FID, which is outside of our mandate. And for these other documents, I have highlighted what we will need from you. Council, you may proceed.
Yes, now the back to KMT. Do we know what was council's final decision in relation to the desirability to continuing with the project, considering the fact that from since its inception, the bus service could not start operations?
so the desirability is still there. We applied for a grant recently, but it was cancelled. The grant itself was cancelled. But we are in the period of searching for grants. Also, we've had some advances with various vendors who wish to partner. The appetite is still there, but of course, the debate as to whether we should move to other priorities is also there, but there's no conclusion on it.
Okay. Now, how many companies do you have apart from KMT?
We have KMT, we have KMM. KMM was Bakote Fish Market. It was later renamed to KMM,
Meaning?
Kanifing Municipal Markets.
Okay.
And that's it. I think Charles Jow would not be considered.
Yes, company. Now, what is the process when council wants to incorporate a company and they want to engage into business? What would be the process, the guiding tools in relation to making sure that it's in accordance with the relevant regulations?
Of course, we always consult our lawyer, but I think there's a section in the Finance and Audit Act
Right.
about councils wanting to engage in investments.
So 20?
20 investment.
Yes.
Yes, on 20, subject to the act and guidelines as the minister shall prescribe, a council may engage in trade, commerce, or industry, invest in central government and central bank treasury bills, engage in real property development, and make any other investments that it deems fit.
Okay, so that would be the relevant section applicable. All right.
So,
Now, do you know whether, or is it known to council at the time as to whether the minister had prescribed any guidelines in relation to investment?
not to my knowledge.
All right. Now, when we read section 20, it requires that to engage into any form of investment as outlined in section 20 is A, engage in trade, commerce, or industry. B, invest in central government and central bank treasury bills. C, engage in real property development. And D, make any other investment as it may deem fit. Is it not the case that you will require form of approval or to consultation with the Secretary of State, now the minister responsible?
I wouldn't say necessarily. I believe the ministry's job is to create these guidelines or regulations or policies,
Right.
but I don't think they exist. The council had Bakote Fish Market as an investment before, and the one we opened is the KMT.
Right.
There's no set guidelines by the ministry.
Yes, I ask this because for other even companies or investment that may be the area council can engage in, even other area council may engage in the absence of a guideline. Because if you look at section 20, the wordings appear to be mandatory. It says, subject to this act and such guidelines as the Secretary of State shall prescribe, a council may engage the uh, may engage in trade, commerce, or industry, invest in central government and central bank and others. Now, if we don't have a guideline, is it prudent to consult the ministry in the Secretary of State or the minister, as the case may be, for investment?
I'm sure discussions have been held, but I'm not sure whether there was any formal engagement. But like I said, there's no guidelines from the ministry.
Yeah.
But one of the issues, I guess, we have with the ministry is not regular oversight or regular enactment of regulations or guidelines.
Okay, so just the last question on this. Did the council by any form engage the ministry on this investment?
To my knowledge, not formally.
Okay. Now, it also has a trickle-down effect. If you look at we see, for instance, KMT, they applied for loan.
KMT.
Yes, yes. And the general regulation going by the act is that you have to be cleared by the ministry if you are to apply for loans or overdraft, right?
For KMC?
For the area council, because the company would be a creature of the council or any council.
Right. So, yes, if I may. So, one of the motivations for registering a limited liability company and investing in a limited liability company so that we can bypass some of the restrictions that are placed on council.
Right.
Because the limited liability company would then be governed by different laws, the Companies Act and other laws. So
yes.
This was based on the advice we received from
the council.
Yeah, so one policy we have, if any council company wants to engage in loans, it has to be limited to that company. KMC cannot guarantee those loans.
Yes.
So it has to be either the asset you are buying will serve as the collateral, or you can enter into partnership.
Okay, so that if you have companies or investment in area council, then you would not need every time that you have to have the company wants to apply for loans or overdrafts, and they need clearance. So, like you said, that is an ineffective way. And so now, would it not have been better or prudent to just engage formally? Now, if you want to set up a company to meet the requirement, to engage formally the Secretary of State or the Minister, as the case may be, to just show your intention to engage into investment as Section 20 requires.
Yeah, it's always a good idea to work in tandem with central government and to partner with central government. But at the time, there was bad experiences, especially with Timbalit, where we wrote to the local government, and there was no interest to support the council. So I believe because of those bad experiences at the time, councillors believe it was just best to go it alone.
All right. Now, the other issue, well, I believe that would be the last issue for today. The other issue we will be discussing is the Mbalit project. Can you just give us a background of the Mbalit project and how KMC had a relationship with the ESPA students?
Sure. So the Mbalit project was an idea that was, I believe, inspired by one of the councillors. Initially, when we came into KMC, we had only 2 functioning second-hand tractors and 2 functioning second-hand, I think, trucks. And the council before us had engaged into a contract with a company called Nyanga Bantang to procure about 12 vehicles, if I'm correct. But they purchased those vehicles at $15 million second-hand, and those vehicles never worked a day in their life. So we even started a court case against that company, Nyanga Bantang, when we came, although I believe the matter is still stuck in court. So one of the councillors had the idea, if council could purchase a vehicle for every ward, that they could basically be multifunctional, road rehabilitation, waste collection, etc. And they thought it would be a good idea if those trucks could be used for commercial use as well, to charge little fees for sustainability purposes. It was a brilliant idea at the time, but the question was feasibility, sustainability. How do we ensure that, because the council did not have the resources? Also, would we be able to find willing partners? So the first was, how do we test? The idea was to ask various vendors about what is the potential cost for vehicles. When we asked the big vendors, several came and said, yes, it's possible at certain cost, etc. And then we tried to invite Birkama Area Council and Banjul City Council so that it can be a GBA waste sort of strategy, because we had set up a committee called the Intermunicipal Committee of the Greater Banjul area. And the 3 targeted areas was to create an intermunicipal lottery company, to create an intermunicipal waste management company, and to streamline our policies. But at the time, Birkama wasn't interested because they said they could not imagine fees to their constituents. Banjul said they were interested, but later said they would decide to go it alone. So KMC had to go it alone. So we basically, if I remember correctly, either advertised an EOI or the contracts committee advertised an RFP. But there was a lot of figuring out along the way, how can this work? Because there was no precedent of pre-financing, etc. So the contracts committee went ahead. We had 2 experts there, Mr. Kebe,
Yes.
and Mr. Barry, who were both experts in their own right. Basically guided the council the best method of procuring these services. At the time also, I met the minister and I informed him of our idea, but his counter idea was the government was requesting trucks from Turkey, and maybe we can get those trucks as gifts from Turkey. But I told him, well, we will try. If that comes, then salam. So we began the process, but I think we got bidders from TK Motors and, if I remember correctly, Espas Motors, and they both came to present, I believe, at the council, but only one was willing to pre-finance. So the advantage that Espas Motors had is because their group of companies owns a bank. So I guess they were in a position to pre-finance, which the others were not. So they entered into negotiation with the contracts committee. I believe the initial discount they were able to facilitate was $10 million after request from the council. And then later they were able to facilitate another $1 million. So the Mbalit project was split into 2. The daily collection of waste from the households, which we considered part of the Mbalit project. The collection of market waste, etc., which we classified under sanitation. So the question now, can we get the income required to sustain this project? Because that project could have been a hit or miss. And also, is the vendor willing to allow the trucks to serve as collateral? That was the second challenge, because we wanted zero risk for KMC and we could not use any KMC asset for collateral. So the vendor agreed with the contracts committee, and then I believe we agreed on a grace period of 6 months of non-payment, and then we purchased the required trucks. The project manager in charge was doing everything he could to ensure sustainability. So he projected an income of about, I believe, 2.6 million every month. If you add the household fees, the cost recovery, we call it cost recovery, charges to the businesses, and the dump site fees, it was projecting 2.6 million, I think, a month, which would have generated 30 million. Then mid-year, we also resolved at the General Council that if there was any failure in terms of reaching the revenue target, the council would budget and subsidize the project, because we believe that either way, this is a vital service the council has to provide, if not our biggest service, because we had 60 plus illegal dump sites around the municipality and we spent a lot of money clearing them. The council before us had contracted one company, one of the councillors actually, to place trucks strategically around the municipality, and they would pay them, I think, 700,000 every month to clear illegal dumps. And plus, we used to hire bulldozers. So it was feasible, in our opinion. And our target was 3 years. We wanted full ownership of the vehicles. And we reached that target. And now the Mbalit project serves as a precedent for other municipalities. We've seen other municipalities recently copy the same project in the same style. So it's a very successful project.
Thank you very much for that background. Now, you spoke about a project manager.
Yes.
And who's this individual?
Bakari Sinate.
Bakar Sinata. Was he a regular, or is he a regular council employee, or?
No, so the council treated the project under PPP, and that was the premise in which the project manager was hired to ensure that he had the capacity to see the project through.
Okay. Now, do we have a project document for this?
I've seen so I was going through some of my files. I have I think the concept, the Mbalit concept.
The concept note.
I think the concept that was developed in March 2019. The initial revenue projections, I believe. I have the MOU I spoke about between Banjul City Council. No, sorry. This is not the wrong, it's right document. This is with Continental Rail. This is the advice we received from the Attorney General's chambers.
Yes.
On the contract, things they felt that were not up to standard and needed to be corrected. Although there was a complaint that they should have received it before signage. This is some of the terms of reference of the project staff, the projects that they needed. The projected revenues for the first year. The work plan that was developed at concept stage. The request for quotation of tickets from the Gambia Public Printing Company. The data collection exercise to determine feasibility that was conducted in 28 March for 14 days with the WDCs. Okay, I found the project document.
Yes.
Project document for the budget. Or the project document, the annual work plan. This is a request from the IEC for data of the wards. Yes, I believe these are some of the information I have.
Very well.
Yes.
Do we know the where we can get the originals?
I don't know because these are just copies I found in my file.
Okay, so who do you think we should ask?
It should be with the either Department of Services or the Invalid Project Management, BBW. Although there's been change of management, I don't know.
Say BB double, right?
BBW is the project management.
Yeah. We imply to tender the following documents. The first is a letter from the Carnegie Municipal Council addressed to the chairman, Independent Electoral Commission, with the subject request for information. Signed by Muzaba, Deputy Mayor, on the 25th of March 2019. We have the Invalid Project Annual Work Plan for 2019. The date is that of 22nd of March 2019. Prepared by B. Singate. Who is B. Singate?
Bakari Singate.
Bakari Singate. Okay. So you will consult Bakari Singate, which because the document is not signed. We have a memo from the technical advisor, as a valid project manager, the CEO, address to the CEO, sorry, and the Lord Mayor is copied, data services as well. The date is 28th of March 2019, signed by Bakari Singate. We have the Letter from GPPC, that's Gambia Printing and Publishing Corporation, addressed to Mr. Singate of KMC on the 4th of April 2019. The subject request for codes for the printing, the codes for the printing of tickets and in bracket cleansing services. We have the work plan as well. The date is 9th of April 2019. The KMC valid budget estimate. That is the estimated service charges for the first year ended 31st January 2019. Yes, we can proceed now. We have the KMC valid budget estimate. So this is prepared by the project team, the budget estimate.
Yes, the project manager Bakari Singh.
Bakari Singh.
And you would like to note that he is the first officer now at the Abu Dhabi Embassy, Gambian Embassy.
Okay, all right. Thank you for the information. We have the terms of reference for the finance unit team of the Malit project. We also have communication from the Ministry of Lands, the General Government and Religious Affairs, the Quadrangle, addressed to the Mayor KMC. On the 1st of October 2019, the subject partnership between Country Municipal Council and Espas Motors, signed by Alaji F. Sedikan for the permanent secretary. Attached to the letter is another letter from the Attorney General's Chambers, Ministry of Justice, Maritime Parade, addressed to the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Lands, General Government and Youth Affairs between the 9th of July 2019, with the subject partnership between Carnival Municipal Council and Espas Motors. This is legal advice, correct?
It was legal advice. Like I said, we were not too pleased
Yes.
because it was after the contract.
It is signed by Tunde E. Riley for the Solicitor General and Legal Secretary. We have the ward monthly performance scorecard, July to September 2019. The last document is the project document, the KMC Malit. It is a 9-page document. We apply to have these documents admitted into evidence and marked assets.
The the Bali project annual work plan for 2019. It is dated the 22nd of March, 20, yes, 22nd of March 2019. And you have the initials of B. Singate on the page, on the front page of the document. And the second document is a letter dated the 25th of March 2019, and it has reference KMC slash ADM slash 074. It is addressed to the Chairman, Independent Electoral Commission, and the subject is request for information. It is signed by Musa Abba, Deputy Mayor. It is copied to the Lord Mayor and acting CEO, and a file copy is maintained. A memo dated the 28th of March 2019, it emanated from the technical advisor stroke marine project manager to the CEO, and it is copied to the Lord Mayor and Director of Services. It has the subject request for ward data collection exercise. It is signed by Bakari Singata. A letter dated the 4th of April 2019, it is from the GPPC. It is addressed to Mr. Singate Kanfi Municipal Council. It has reference 19/3 in brackets 087. It has the subject request for quotes for the printing of tickets in brackets cleansing services. It is signed by Managing Director GPPC and is copied to marketing, and a file copy is maintained. A report dated the 9th of April 2019. The report is from Bakari Singate, and it's a report on the Mbali to Work plan. The Mbalit budget estimate charges for the first year, which ended 31st of January 2019, and which is also a ward committee project sample calculations. KMC ballot budget estimate for the first year ending 31st January 2019, Ward Committee project sample calculation, year 1 and 2, terms of reference for the finance unit team of the ballot project, a letter dated the 1st of October 2019, it has reference LM9 stroke 236 stroke 01 in brackets 110. It is addressed to the Mayor KMC, Country Municipal Council. It emanated from the Ministry for Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs. It has the subject partnership between Country Municipal Council and Espas Motors. It is signed by Alaji F. Sedikan for permanent secretary. It is copied to the CEO KMC. The file copy is retained. There is a further letter attached to the letter of the 1st of October 2019. That letter is dated the 29th of July 2019. It has reference AG 186-01 stroke part 23 in brackets 92. This letter is from the Attorney General's Chambers, Ministry of Justice. It is addressed to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs. It has the caption partnership between Kanfe Municipal Council and Espas Motors. The letter is signed by Tunde E. Real Estate Council for Solicitor General and Legal Secretary. Award monthly performance scorecard for 2019. I believe this is for the ballot project, right, Mayor?
Yes, madam.
The last document is this one doesn't have, it just says KMC ballot project. And it has table of content. Can we be guided, Mayor? Please take a look at this one so that we can reference it properly.
This is the concept note developed by the project manager at the time.
But there is no, it's not written anywhere that it is concept note, right?
Yes, it was. This is the copy I could find in my files.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So that's the concept note.
Yes, the introduction.
Okay.
Yes.
Will we be able to get the original copy?
Bakari is now in Abu Dhabi.
You don't have in the files?
Based on my files, no. I've asked around. I don't think the administration has it.
Because
I can send him a WhatsApp.
we will admit this, but this you will agree with me that it's an incomplete document. It's an incomplete document.
Because it's not signed.
No, it's an incomplete. I'm not talking about the signature and all of that, but looking at the last page, it's an incomplete document.
I will.
But we'll admit. So please try and see whether you can get the
WhatsApp
and complete document of this one. So you said it's the what did you say it is?
Concept note.
Concept note. And the final document is, according to the witness, is the concept note for the ballot project. These documents are admitted together as in a bundle as exhibited evidence, and they are marked as LGC/KMC/TAB/012.
as the commercial places. Now, the the ballot project, the initial concept was that the ward would finance the trucks. Is that correct?
Yes, initially the idea was we would charge the residents to
Yes.
finance the trucks.
Now, did that change subsequently at some point?
That changed.
Please tell us as to how it changed.
So initially the idea was that we would charge up to $100 per collection. That would then subsidize that would then pay for the trucks. But in ensuing general council debates, there was a lot of talk that the price was too much, that residents might resist. There was also an idea of, can we increase the cost on property rates? But many councillors were against that as well. So the consensus was that because it's a social service, the council is already collecting taxes from people. The council then should subsidize and charge a minimal fee of $10 per bag.
Now, be it as it may, the project should be is what is expected to fund the fees for the trucks.
Initially, that was the idea.
Okay, so when did that change?
I think it changed in subsequent general council meetings between the time the project was agreed
Right.
to the time the trucks were operational. I think because it was a monthly discussion, and we had a committee called the Ward Waste Committee, and that was chaired by the deputy mayor at the time, and the members were the chairman of the establishment committee.
The deputy mayor, sorry,
Pam Sapa. Yes, and then the members we agreed would come from crucial committees. The chairman of the establishment committee, because they thought it was important that he be abreast with hiring issues. The chairman of the finance committee, so that they could review the finances, and the chairman of the environment committee, and the CEO and director of finance and director of services.
Now, do we have this relevant general council meeting minutes that would show us the position of council in relation to this?
I would have to
finances?
review the minutes, but I think I have some committee meetings.
Yes.
Where they were discussing such issues. So I have here a committee meeting of the Ward Waste Committee on February 2019. And in that committee meeting minutes, although it's unsigned, sorry.
Yes.
They're discussing the concept note. I have the agenda of another Ward Waste Committee meeting on 7 March 2019, where they're discussing the budget and work plan. There's another Ward Waste Committee meeting on 24th May, and in the agenda it says update on project operational costs and preparation for launching and commissioning of the trucks. On 24th May, discussing about the staffing issues and office issues. There's another one on 8 April, discussing household surveys, routing and scheduling, ticket modeling, publicity, embodied launching logistics uniforms. I think those are some of them.
All right, we can have them. We apply to tender the following documents. The first is a Carnifin Municipal Council Ward West Trucks Management Committee meeting, minutes of the 28th of March 2019. Osman Gay is the clerk of council and secretary. Mr. Bah, deputy mayor and chairman. It is an unsigned copy. We have a memo from the chairman Ward West Management Committee addressed to the Lord Mayor on the 8th of April 2019. The subject is request to convene a meeting, signed by Mr. Usman Gay. We have a Ward West Management Committee meeting. The date is well, I don't see a date on this, but it's signed by Mr. Usman Gay, clerk to council. Okay, sorry, 30th of May 2019. We have the Ward West Management Development Committee meeting of the 4th of March 2019, signed by Mr. Usman Gay, clerk to council. Another Ward West Trucks Management Committee meeting. It has no date. And Mr. Gay, Usman Gay, clerk of council and secretary, the committee did not sign, and Mr. Bah, deputy mayor and chairman, as well, did not sign. All these documents to be admitted into evidence and marked as exhibit, to also highlight the ones that were not signed as well.
Management committee meeting. Dated the 21st of May 2019. It has reference KMC/WWM CM/8/2019. The venue is Deputy Mayor's Chambers. And the subject is Ward Waste Management Committee meeting. A committee meeting dated the 28th of March 2019, also on the Ward Waste Stocks Management Committee meeting. And the meeting number references KMC/WWTM CO2/2019. Mayor, these minutes were not signed by clerk, neither by the deputy mayor.
Yes, I'm aware. It was just in my file.
Oh. A memo dated the 8th of April 2019. It is from the chairman, Ward Waste Management Committee. It is addressed to the Lord Mayor. And the subject is request to convene a meeting. It is signed by Mr. Usman Gay. Um, Meeting minutes dated the 7th of March 2019. It has reference KMC/DCM/2019. It is signed by Mr. Usman Gay. Meeting minutes dated February 2019. It has meeting reference number KMC/WWTMC 02/2019. The meeting description is Ward Waste Stocks they are marked as LGC/KMC/TAB/013.
As the commission, please. Now, just one question.
Leaves it to me to find experts.
Okay, because I see in section 24, the paragraph is paragraph E. The requirement is that the appointment should be done by the Secretary of State. Did you see that?
Section 24.
Yes, 24 sub 1, paragraph.
Yes, a member of the general
witness. They have been exhausted for the day, and we will continue with the witness by tomorrow.
Questions. Mayor, for the ballot project,
Yes, ma'am.
I believe that for the purposes of it being viable, there ought to have been a feasibility study. And in that feasibility study, you will see the viability of the project,
Right.
right? Was that done?
There was not a feasibility study per se, but the ways what minutes have shown, there were surveys according to the agendas. There were surveys they were doing, and that's why they wrote to the IEC. I even have one document here about the amount of households they were surveying.
If you have the response from IEC, I could glean that from the minutes, in one of the minutes. Did you have response from the
So I don't know.
from the IEC?
So these are my files. It's the project office that was having most of
the files.
documents.
Yes, can you provide for us the response from IEC?
I can
What was forward? What was
I
forward?
can ask Bakar. It's just he's out of town.
Yes, but the record should be in the office, right?
It should be, but you know how sometimes public institutions, it should be with proper filing.
All right. So I believe it's a convenient. Or do you have any further documents that you want?
I have some documents that might be of interest.
Yes,
I can just read them.
yes, you can.
One was a duty waiver request that the council made to the Ministry of Lands. The other one is a memo informing the Ministry of Local Government about the project in 20th May. And then the first one I said in 12 September 2019, it was the request for a duty waiver. The meeting minutes of the waste ward on household surveys. That one is assigned minutes.
You have the
one I have here, I just saw it. It was meeting minutes on household surveys. And this is 31st January revenue projections for the Mbalit. And a letter from ESPAS on May 14th asking us to write to the ministry to request for duty waiver, or we would have to pay for it.
Mr. Kamara.
And these are the truck numbers and the chassis numbers of all the trucks purchased.
We apply together the following documents. The first is a letter from Quantum Net Limited, Espas Mutus, addressed to the Lord Mayor, California Municipal Council on the 14th of May 2019, where the subject request for duty waiver. We have the valid budget estimate. There's a memo from the Chairman Ward Waste Trucks Management Committee, addressed to the Lord Mayor. A file copy is kept. The date is the 9th of April 2019. It's signed by Musa Bah. It's an original copy. We have a Ward Development Committee Waste Management Initiative, the statistics of compounds and households. Who prepared this one? The
The wastewater committee.
Okay. The Carnival Municipal Council communication addressed to the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Regional Government and Lands. The subject is duty waiver for 4 council trucks and the pickups as attached. Attached to that letter is an evaluation report on council official vehicles. There's a Gambia Public Procurement Authority, MC, signed by Paul Mendy for the Director General, Gambia Public Procurement Authority. Another letter related to the 6th of November 2018, addressed to the CEO, KMC, with the subject request for approval of restricted tender for the procurement of council trucks. The 5th of February 2019 says evaluation report for council trucks. We have an agreement between KMC and S-Pass Motors, represented by is Jaja Cham, the acting chief executive officer. There is a letter from the Carnival Municipal Council addressed to the permanent secretary with the heading Ward Development WDC trucks. It's signed by Jaja Cham. Attached to it is a letter from GPPA addressed to the CEO KMC. The subject request for restricted tendering for the procurement of compactor trucks, 26th of November 2018. There's also an evaluation report on what compactor trucks on the 15th of February 2019, addressed to the KMC Ward Council trucks, the model number, the chassis number, engine number, and the remarks. These documents to be admitted into evidence and marked as
A document dated the 14th of May 2019, which is KMC application for duty waiver, and it's on the letterhead of Quantum Net Limited. It contains the number of items, that is 23. I believe it's 19 trucks and uh, 2 skip trucks, 1 sewer truck, and yes, 20. It's 20 compact trucks, right? And 1 sewer truck, 1 skip truck, 2 skip trucks, actually. And the assassin numbers, engine numbers, and the remarks. The second document is KMC Ward Council trucks, which also have the item number, model, sachet number, engine number, and remarks. A letter dated the 28th of May 2019, it has reference KMC/GOV/219. It is addressed to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Local Government and Lands. And the heading is, the subject is WDC trucks. It is signed by Jaja Cham, the CEO, and it is copied to the Lord Mayor. Attached to this letter is also a letter dated the 26th of November 2018. This letter is from the Gambia Public Procurement Authority. It has reference GPPA/KMC/TR7/18. It is addressed to the CEO KMC. It has the subject request for restricted tendering for the procurement of compact trucks. The letter is signed by Paul Mendy on behalf of the Director General of Gambia Public Procurement Authority. It is copied to the Mayor, PS Ministry of Local Government and Lands, and a file copy is retained. A further letter is attached, which is dated the 15th of February 2019. The letter is from the Gambia Public Procurement Authority. It has reference GPPA/KMC/TR7/18. It has the subject evaluation report on ward compact trucks. It is signed by Paul Mendy for Director General. It is copied to the Mayor KMC and the file copy is retained. Further attached also is an agreement made between Carnival Municipal Council and Espas Motors Carnival. Also a letter dated the 14th of May 2019, addressed to the Lord Mayor, Carnival Municipal Council. It is from Quantum Net Espas Motors, and it has the heading request for duty waiver. It is signed by Mohammed Jah, Managing Director of Quantum Net Espas Motors. KMC Imbalin's budget estimate for the year ending 31st of January 2019. A memo dated the 9th of April 2019. It is addressed to the Lord Mayor. It's from the Chairman, Ward Waste Trucks Management Committee. It has reference KMC/EAC/03/2019. It has the subject Ward Waste Trucks Committee updates. It is signed by Musaba. Ward Development Committee Waste Management Initiative, statistics of compounds and households. Lord Mayor, is this the original copy for this document?
Which document is that?
Is this the Ward Development Committee Waste Management Initiative statistics of compounds and households?
This is a copy that I found in my files.
Is it? Can you please check with the relevant office to have the original of this and to give us the statistics itself?
I will text Bakari Singate and
Yes.
ask him to send any files he may have.
All right. A letter dated the 12th of September 2019. It has reference KMC/GOV/219. The letter is addressed to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Regional Government and Lands. It has the subject duty waiver for 4 council trucks and the pickups as attached. It is signed by Jaja Chang, CEO, and is copied to the Lord Mayor. Attached to this letter is a letter dated the 4th of February 2019. It is from the Gambia Public Procurement Authority. It is addressed to the CEO, Cardiff Municipal Council. It has reference GPPA/KMC/TR5/18. It has the subject re-evaluation report on council's official vehicles. It is signed by Paul Mendy for Director General, and the mayor is copied and a file copy is retained. Further attached is a letter dated the 26th of November 2018. It is from the GPPA. It has reference GPPA/KMC/TR9/18. It is addressed to the CEO and it has the subject request for approval of restricted tender for the procurement of council trucks. It is signed by Paul Mendy for Director General and it is copied to the Lord Mayor and PS Ministry of Local Government and Lands, and the file copy is maintained. There's also a letter dated the 5th of February 2019. It has reference GPPA/KMC/TR9/18. It has the subject evaluation report for council trucks. This is from Gambia Public Procurement Authority and it's also signed by Buba Jata for Director General. A file copy is retained. An agreement between Carnival Municipal Council and Espas Motors Carnival. Lord Mayor, there are 2 agreements that are attached, and I see that they said the offer dates are 15th of February 2019, and the second one is also 15th of February 2019. Can we be guided whether it's one and the same or they are different?
It may be the Mbalit trucks and the sanitation trucks, but I can take a look.
Yes, please confirm. These 2. There are 2 agreements.
Okay, it's one of them is trucks and one of them is SUVs.
And the last document after the second agreement, what is that document?
The last document?
Yes.
That's our budget.
That what?
That is from the council budget.
All right. The general budget?
Yes, it's
All right.
excerpts from general
The
budget.
budget. Okay.
Excerpts.
Let us have the document. Thank you so much for the clarification.
It seems they put two different procurements together.
Yes.
For duty.
And there is also a second document, second agreement, which is between Cardiff Municipal Council and Espas Motors. And the final document attached to these documents is an estimate here, which is 80, that is, reference is capital. And the witness has said this is an extract from the
Capital budget.
capital budget. These documents are admitted together in a bundle as exhibit, and they are marked as LGCs stroke KMC stroke TAB stroke 014.
As the commission places.